Yo, what's up guys? So in this little video, I'm just gonna show some tips and tricks I've learned over the years on how to bring out stealth classes with gadgets. So yeah, the first one, the Electromagnetic Gigaflux Reactivator. This one is really cool. It's a helmet from Nomorigan, and basically what it does is it shoots out this lightning bolt in 30 yards range in front of you in like a cone shape. And as you can see here, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So we got like a bunch of pigs here, and you just pop the helmet with a macro, insta pops, and yeah, you can see it just does damage to everyone in front of you. This is really great. For example, let's say you're playing a Warsong Gorge or an Arathi Basin and you want to go pick up the flag, right? Or take a base. You can just go to some rough area where you think the rogue is in 30 yards, you pop this helmet and you bring him out. Every time I have this on cooldown, when I go to the Warsong flag room, just go into a corner, pop this, try to hit as much of the room I can, and you just bring out a rogue. It's really OP, guys. We have a macro for it. Use one, that's your helmet slot, and then the second row, it's equip slot, and then whatever helmet you use like as a stat, right? So for me, it's Doomcaller's Circlet, which is my tier 2.5 helmet. This could be, for example, let's say you're uh, anything, Nemesis Skullcap, it could be whatever, right? Whatever helmet you have. And then what it actually does is it skips the animation, because normally if you don't do this to swap helmet, it's gonna take a while before the lightning bolts comes out. It's gonna take like 1 or 2 seconds, right? But if you use this, it skips that animation and just pops out the lightning bolts instantly. So yeah, make this macro, and yeah, you're good to go. Here's another trick you can do to bring out stealthies from stealth. So that's anyone who uses a Invis Pot or Rogue Stealth, Rogue Vanish, Druid Stealth, the target dummy. Alright, as you can see here, Rogue right there, you just target dummy within 10 yards range and he pops out. The target dummy unfortunately also shares cooldown with a lot of other stuff. As you can see, if you go onto Wowhead and you just click the shared cooldowns, it shares cooldown with Dark Runes, which I guess can be a little bit problematic for maybe priests when they're doing longer fights. But I don't think you'll be using a Dark Rune if you're fighting a rogue anyway, right? You probably don't need that much mana. For Warlocks, it shares cooldown with your Hellstone. This is kind of a big deal, because when you're fighting rogues, Hellstone is really important. So most of the time you're probably going to be using Goblin Sapper Charge or grenades like Portable Bronze Mortar or Iron Grenade to get a rogue out of a Vanish or Stealth, rather than using your target dummy, right? For mages, it shares cooldown with your mana gems. I don't think this is a big deal because, while yes, mana gem is really nice for rogue versus mage, or mage versus rogue rather, I think if you get a rogue out of Vanish or Stealth with a target dummy, you're not gonna be having to use all that mana anyway. And then obviously it shares cooldown with Thistle Tea. This is kind of really big deal for rogues, so maybe rogue versus stealth, another stealth class like another rogue or druid, this might not be as useful for them, because again, it's kind of the same deal as warlock. They would rather just use a sapper or a grenade instead. And then lastly, it shares cooldown with root tubers. This is available for all classes, and yeah, just a thing to keep in mind before you use target dummy. Now, if for those reasons down here you don't want to use a target dummy, just keep in mind that this is also very useful to eat hunter traps like freezing trap, right? So it's always nice to have this for rogue, like against a hunter, to drop this on a freezing trap. Really nice. Obviously you could use like an explosive sheep instead. This does not have shed cooldown with the same stuff. It shares cooldown with other grenades instead, right? So there's a bunch of stuff that it shares cooldown with here instead. So that's just something to keep in mind. Also for the target dummy, when you try to get the class out of stealth or vanish, you have to place it within 10 yards of the person, right? You can see that when you hover your mouse here, 10-yard range. So 10 yards around the target dummy is where you can be successful in getting the stealth class out, right? And it doesn't matter what target dummy you're using, like it could be the advanced target dummy, it could be the masterwork target dummy or the normal one. I just use this cheap one. The only difference is the amount of health they have, right? And it really doesn't matter how much health it has, right? So I just get the cheap one. The target dummy also only works on placement, which means it doesn't have like a pulsing effect where it like keeps taunting. It only works when you place it. So a rogue can, if you don't hit the rogue when you place it, the rogue can walk right up to it and nothing will happen. So yeah. The next item we have is the Gnomish Alamobot. This is a little pet you can summon, which follows you around for 10 minutes. And it just does this pulsing thing every few seconds. So every time it pulses, if there's a stealthy around you, it's gonna bring them out. I don't know what the exact range of it is. I think if I had to guess, it's like around 10 to 15 yards. Around that. Probably closer to like maybe in between 10 and 10, 15. I'm not too sure. It doesn't say. I've tried to look. It's probably less than that, but as you can see in this little clip here, it's really OP, right? It's really nice to have. So I always keep like one of these in my bags, to be honest. Yeah, simple. Next up, we've got Ramsteins lightning bolts. This one is really simple. It shoots out lightning bolts all around your character in it is 10 yards, yeah. 10 yards, does 200 damage all around your character. If any rogue vanishes, you just pop this, it brings them out quite fast. Um, yeah, it's simple. As you can see on the clip there, brings out the rogue. And yeah. Next up, we've got some pet tech, right? So this could be for hunters, warlocks, and anyone who has any sort of pet. So this could be like the ancient cornerstone grimoire from Onyxia, right? So you pop this, a rogue, while you're fighting a rogue. Let's say the rogue um, blinds you, right? And he wants to go for a re-stealth, right? But because the pet is keeping him in combat, what the rogue is gonna do is he's gonna gouge your pet and he's gonna start running away so he doesn't take damage for 5 seconds. And then he's gonna go stealth. But because your pet is already still following him, it's gonna run towards him. It's gonna bring him out of stealth. Uh, for warlocks, because their Voidwalker has AoE taunt, you can, whenever the pet goes to hit him from stealth, the rogue is always gonna vanish after that to drop combat completely, because that's the way that you actually drop the pet combat, by vanishing. Then you can just AoE taunt on the warlock pet and it's gonna bring him out of vanish, because AoE taunts, just like the target dummy that we showed earlier, it brings stealth out. So you can do that as a warlock. And guys, that's really it for the video. I know there's a bunch more tech you can do to bring stealths out, like sappers, portable bronze mortars, and a bunch of other stuff. I know that. Just a little few things that I found really that's more like maybe a little more hidden tech in the game compared to the other stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like stuff like this, my Discord has a lot more tips and tricks for all matchups, more specifically for Warlock, I would say. But yeah, there's tips and tricks channels that you can get use out of for any class. It is locked for my Twitch subs or people who support me on my Discord. So just keep that in mind. If you're gonna join the Discord, it's not completely free. But feel free to like the video, subscribe, and maybe I have some PvP video coming up. I'm not too sure when I'm gonna upload it because I'm not that active in game anymore, but yeah, until next time.